With the opening of the Fannie Lou Hamer Memorial Garden, several local activists and movement veterans decided that a Hamer Museum was in order, a proximate place to feature her life and a few artifacts associated with it. On display is the typewriter used by Hamer's friend and fellow SNCC activist Charles McLaurin, who used it to type her letters and reports. The typewriter was donated to the museum by World War II veteran Sergeant Elisha Langdon. The museum also has photos and documents relating to Hamer's activism, as well as many artifacts from life on a plantation, a life she was very familiar with.
Being one of 20 children, very poor family, sharecroppers in the state of Mississippi, I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be without clothes. I know what it's like to be without food. To live in a 3-room house with no washroom facilities, just a 3-room shack. So in my earliest childhood, I remember one day I was playing beside this road and the landowner drove up and he asked me, could I pick cotton? And I told him I didn't know. I didn't know. At 6 years old, I just didn't know. So he told me, I want you to go out in the field, Fannie, and I want you to pick 30 pounds of cotton. And if you pick 30 pounds of cotton in a week, I'll carry you to my commissary store and I'll let you get some of the things that you want to eat. So don't you like Cracker Jack? That was exciting because I'd never had these. I went out in the field and I told my parent, and my mother asked me, did I want to try it? And I told her I did. And she told me, said, now, we won't let you cheat. If you pick it, we'll say you pick it. But if you don't pick it, you don't get it. So this made me work very hard. But that week I did pick 30 pounds of cotton. That Saturday, the landowner did keep his promise. He carried me to this commissary store. He gave me some Cracker Jacks and cheese and the daddy wide leg sardines. But I didn't realize what he was doing other than that, because the next week I was tasked 60 pounds of cotton. By the time I was 13 years old, I was picking 200 and 300 pounds of cotton.
Signs throughout the museum acknowledge Hamer's Freedom Farm and pig bank that fed hundreds, her efforts to help families have homes, and the daycare center she started that helped her to bring Head Start to Mississippi. An interview with Hamer's last living daughter, Jacqueline Cookie Hamer Flakes, was filmed at the Museum for the documentary Fannie Lou Hamer's America. Originally overseen by the late Hattie Jordan, the museum tells a far larger story, placing Hamer's activism in the larger context of the fight for civil rights in the Delta, as well as the state of Mississippi.